Ryan here with Weller Recreation. We wanted to make a quick video to go over embedded maps that comes on the new model year 25 snowmobiles with the 10¼ inch gauge. We wanted to show you, one, how to do software updates on the gauge, and two, how to download offline regions so that you can enjoy your maps while you're riding offline on your Ski-Doo snowmobile. Before you do any of these updates, it's important to do a couple of things. First is to gain access to your battery and make sure that you have a battery tender on the battery. If the system voltage is not high enough, the gauge will not take any downloads, and these downloads and software updates do take time, and it's important to make sure your system voltage is adequate during those updates. So the other important thing to know about is that your electrical system has to stay on during these updates. And part of helping with that is your battery voltage. And the second thing that helps with that is this new over-the-air tool, or OTA tool, that BRP has released and is shipping with all model year 25 units. We also sell them at the counter if you need to get them for your model year 23 or 24 units. But what this does is it plugs into your diagnostic port and keeps your electrical system on while you're doing these updates. So again, it is important that you're on a battery tender and that your system voltage is up while you're using this. And so with that, we'll just jump into looking at the gauge and how you can go about doing those updates. So to start, we'll first gain access to the diagnostic port to plug the OTA tool in. We'll take off the side panel, and then you'll see the diagnostic port just to the left of the pulse start guard. You'll unplug it there, plug in your OTA tool. You'll make sure that your desk key is on, and then your kill switch is up. After you have your OTA tool plugged in the diagnostic port, make sure your desk key is on the desk post, and then you pull up on the kill switch. You'll see now that you have gauge power. After your gauge power is up, you'll make sure that your hand warmers are all the way down and that you are on your low beams, just to reduce the power requirement of the vehicle. If you are on the full gauge, you just swipe over so that you can see all of your tiles. You'll choose preferences, and then you'll go to Wi-Fi. All of the software updates and region downloads for offline maps have to be done while you're connected to a Wi-Fi network. So you just say add network, and you choose which network you want to add. You can also do this off of your phone hotspot. We have found that it is much faster to go off of a good Wi-Fi network. If you do choose to use your phone, it's important that your phone name does not include any special characters, including apostrophes. Otherwise, the gauge will not connect to your phone. So we'll add the Wi-Fi network. Once you've connected to a Wi-Fi network, you can then check for any software updates under General, and then they will be under software update. Once you click that, you can say check for updates. We know that this one is up to date, so we won't click that. But if you do have a model year 23 or 24 snowmobile that you have installed the embedded maps module on, then you can come onto this 10¼ inch gauge and perform that software update so that you can then see the maps section where you can see all of the embedded maps layers. There are 4 layers that are included on all of the gauges. It is the world base maps, base layer, sheet style layer, and trail snow. To add other regions here to download, you say add new region, and then you select to your country. And for us, we're going to be adding Utah. Click on that green plus button, and you'll see that it turns into the circle. When you come back, you'll see that it's queued in this other regions, and you can press download update to move it into the included regions section. So we'll say download update, and it will connect to the server that hosts all of these maps, and then it will be downloaded onto the gauge. This process usually takes anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes, depending on your connection. We found that if you use a Wi-Fi hotspot on your phone, it is much slower. And one tip with connecting your phone to the gauge is that it can't have any special characters. If you have an apostrophe, even an apostrophe on your phone's name will make it so that the gauge won't connect to your phone. So we do find that it will work with your phone, but is much faster on a Wi-Fi network. After about 10 minutes, the region will finish downloading and it will come over into the left column, the included regions, which is what's downloaded into the gauge. You can see that it left this other region column. You can repeat this process to download as many regions as you want for the areas that you ride, whether it be Wyoming, Colorado, Idaho, and those will all then be stored in the gauge and be able to be used offline. So that wraps up our overview on how you can download these offline regions and do software updates on your 10 1/4 inch gauges on the Ski-Doo snowmobiles. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. We're happy to answer any questions that you have, and have fun riding out there.